I'm Emmanuel and welcome to my workbench and welcome to another very quick 10 roll coin roll hunt. Today I will be hunting Canadian dimes. I got my dime list over here for what to look for. Of course, the silver guide, we want anything that's 1968 or before, though 1968 they do have nickel dimes as well, but 1967 and earlier will mean silver. And of course, we're looking for the modern coins here. We have 1970, which is a semi-key date. We have the variety starting in 1969. Everything before that is silver and worth keeping. We're going to be keeping an eye out for those. So let me get started right away. We'll start with this clear roll here, which I see an American ender on. And what I like about these clear rolls is you can see the edges. There's another American over here, but this guy is loaded with, is sealed with tape. So let me go ahead and cut that tape. Whoops. So we'll take out the American, which is right here, and the ender, which is right here. And let's go see what we have in this roll. All right, let's start with the Americans. We have a 2011 Philadelphia. We have a 2006 Philly. And two coins to look at. The first one is a commemorative. This one celebrating the Year of Volunteers. And this one is a 2001. Quite common. There's actually three in this roll. And this is one to look out for. Now, this is not the error in question, but there is a 2007 that was done in non-circulation sets where the bar of the 7 is curved, the horizontal bar. So it looks, instead of looking straight like this one does, it goes like this, and then it curves like that. So that's one to look for. I've never found one in the wild, though I was given one was by a subscriber. So that's a coin to look for. Ender 2001. Now there aren't a lot of commemoratives and colorized. There's only the one 2021 colorized coin in the dimes, and there are a few commemoratives. So let's see if we find any more to look at here. We got four more to look at. The first one here is the commemorative double date 2021. There is a colorized version for this year. So this is the standard issue with the double date. And this is the 100th anniversary of this schooner here called the Blue Nose. And there's a commemorative as well where it's called the Blue Nose Under Sail, so it's a different angle for this ship. And there's a colorized version of that coin, and there's an NIFC, and a coin not intended for circulation that was in sets, which will have just the single date, which is the one to look for. That is the one we want to find. Next I have here this is not an error. There is no date on this coin because this is the Golden Jubilee coin. The date is on the obverse, 1952 to 2002. Next coin is Canada's 150th anniversary. Let me get it right here. So 2017. This is supposed to be a stylized dove in the shape of a maple leaf. And it has that weird I call it a weird font. It's a distinctive font for this year. And of course, they have, instead of the Royal Canadian Mint Mark, they have the logo for the 150th anniversary of Canada down below. And the final one to look at is 2003. Now, 2003 was a transition year where they went from the crowned portrait to the new uncrowned portrait. So this is the uncrowned version, and there's the crowned version as well that you can find in this year. If I find a 2003 with crowned, I'll bring it out so that you can have a look at it as well. Roll 3. Nothing in roll 3. Roll 4, Modern Ender. I have a hard time with dimes that they're so small. Oh, this one looks interesting over here. Just off color, but it is an American, so we'll put that over there. For a flash, it seemed like it was a silver coin, but it is an American. All right, let's look at the date for this American. And we have a 2008 Philadelphia. Let's go with the other clear roll here that is taped. Let's see here where the edge is. This one is taped all the way across. They did a really good job in taping this. There we go. No Americans, no silvers, but you can see here that edges have varied. Like, look at this one over here. The edge is quite different, but that's a standard Canadian dime. We can see the more worn edges are the older coins, but there is some variation in the edges. So this one here is the crowned portrait. What year is this? This is the 1999. Anyways, let's continue with the hunt. All right, nothing in roll 5. Let's go to roll 6. We have a modern uncrowned ender on that one with Queen Elizabeth II. And once again, no finds in roll number 6. Dimes, though we might find silver, are my least favorite coin to hunt because of the fact that it's so hard for me with my eyesight to I have a hard time checking out the dates. We have some that have, oh, they're just dirty. And over here, okay, we have an American over here. But I do hunt them because of the chance for a silver coin, of course. All right, we have two to see here. We got the first one is the American, which is a 2013 Philadelphia, if it'll focus properly there. And we have our 2021 commemorative that I mentioned, the Blue Nose Under Sail. This is the version of the coin that has the colorized blue water on it. Very cool. Roll 8. All right, we have another American in this roll. That'll be our fifth one here, and we have a 1989 Denver. Roll 9 with a modern ender. Nothing jumping out at me. Maybe this one? No. That is it for roll 9. Nothing of interest in this roll, and the final roll, roll 10. No, we got an American right there. We got another one right over here. All right, we have 3 to look at. So we have our 2 Americans, 2001 Denver on this one, and a 2004 Philly. So for a total of 7 Americans. Now, here we have a 1968. This is the transition year where they went over here from silver coins to nickel coins. So let's see if this is magnetic. This is magnetic, and that makes this a nickel coin. Unfortunately, not silver. Well, that's it. That's it with the dimes. Dimes usually are the more boring of the hunts. At least nickels, you won't find any silver in nickels, but you can find oldies in there because they really didn't change any of the metallic content in those coins. So it is possible to find coins in the 40s and 30s even. Of course, quarters, lots of commemoratives in the quarters, lots of interesting things to see in the quarters. Pennies, if I can get them, those are always fun to hunt. But now I haven't had any luck at any of my banks. And of course, loonies and toonies have the commemoratives, though their silver content is very rare, only if somebody broke something out of one of the mint sets. The giveaway for this month of February is this Nunangat coin, colorized coin. This one is uncirculated. It was I got it at a face value trade at the Royal Canadian Mint at a coin exchange. So if you want a chance to win this coin, just leave a comment down below, and early next month in March I will draw the name of a lucky winner. Well, I hope you enjoyed this very boring, in my opinion, video. 7 Americans. These are all modern. I don't even have to check any of these guys because I know I have all of these dates. So if you still like my video, I still appreciate that thumbs up. And if you haven't already, click on my logo here to subscribe. Here is a video that might be of interest to you, as well as a playlist of other dime hunts. Until next time, thanks for watching.